All right, so once you understand how to load the data, and another thing you do very often is to refresh the data. So there are two different ways to refresh it. One is if you know how to load the data like this, right here, using the Firebase read, and you can just always trigger the function call at a different point. So let me show you, for example, if I want to click on a button, I'm going to turn the button into a refresh button. All right, so let's actually change it. So right now this button actually go to the next screen. I'm going to just temporarily change it, all right, into something else. Okay, I need to refresh it. Let's see if there's a refresh button. Yeah, there's a refresh. I'm going to refresh. All right, so there's a refresh button right now. It doesn't do anything. What I want to do is I want to click on this button and then reload the whole list and see if there are any updates, right? So pretty much it's the same piece of code. You just do it again, and that's going to update it, right? So if that's the case, a better way is actually to turn this into a function. Okay, so let's actually try this. So I'm going to call a function called refresh friend list. Okay, and I will just simply move all the code from here and to this function. All right, same kind of code, and then this one I can just call refresh the list initially, so that you got to update the data. And then right here, if you want to ever press and refresh it, and just do the same thing again. It's really simple, right? So let's actually rerun the code here, and I'm going to click on this button. All right, so that's going to trigger everything, even though we're not changing anything, right? So I'm going to show something here if we modify that. So let's actually modify the name John Smith. All right, so I modified that one. So coming back to the app, and then right now it's John. If I refresh it, you got a John Smith. And I change the phone number. All right, so I change the phone number, I refresh. All right, the phone number got to change. And then what if I add one more student or friend, right? So I do a student, I just do a 001, just kind of random ID, and then name, here I'll call it Dr. Sen, and another attribute phone, this is 123, and then I'll add another type, this is the work, and the image URL, I will just ignore it. All right, I add one more record, so I go here to refresh it. All right, so I got another one. This one don't have image, but it show you the information, right? So that's how it works about the refresh. So basically, you just trigger another time of this function to load everything, and then whatever you do, make sure at the end you should have this set state method. Okay, this is really important. All right, but then this is not the ideal way to refresh it, because you actually have to manually click on the button to refresh it. So in the next lecture, we're going to talk about how can you do a real-time update. That's actually a much cooler way to update this.